Let's make some Elvis biscuits. Today I'm going to try out two recipes for these biscuits. One from Elvis's cook Nancy Rooks and another from one of his other cooks, Pauline Nicholson. Let's see whose is best. For both recipes, I'm cutting the portion size in half. Let's do Nancy's recipe first. 3 cups of self-rising flour, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon sugar. Give the dry ingredients a mix. Then add half a cup of Crisco shortening and work it until it resembles coarse meal. I don't bake often, so I donated my pastry cutter a long time ago, but I remember seeing someone use their hands. I think this is the consistency the recipe is calling for, so now it's time to add 3/4 cup of buttermilk and knead. I noticed that this seemed very dry. There was a ton of flour at the bottom of the bowl, so I added a little bit more buttermilk and it seemed to do the trick. Now, time to roll it out. Sprinkle some flour and roll the dough until it's about a 1/2 inch thick. Guys, I never ever thought about what size the biscuit should be. I didn't want it to be too big, so I chose this size. The recipe didn't say how many biscuits it would yield. I ended up getting 10, but I could have gotten more if I used the remaining dough. And remember, I cut this recipe in half. I ended up freezing that. Throw it in the oven at 375 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. Now let's do Pauline's recipe. 2 cups self-rising flour, 1 tablespoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Mix the dry ingredients, then add 1/2 cup of Crisco and work it in using 2 knives until it forms fine crumbs. Add the buttermilk and mix until it is just mixed. The recipe says it will be a little sticky. Roll it out on a floured surface until it's 1/2 inch thick. This recipe says it yields 12 biscuits. I cut the recipe in half and ended up getting 7 biscuits out of it. Bake at 425 degrees for 15 minutes. Here are Nancy's biscuits. I took them out after 15 minutes because I didn't want them to get overcooked. Here are Pauline's biscuits after 15 minutes in the oven. You can definitely tell they look different than Nancy's. These are Pauline's. These are Nancy's. Okay, time to taste. Let's start with Nancy's biscuit recipe. Kind of soft. So I see like biscuits splitting in half. This is not really working. Okay. I think a little bit of salt would have definitely helped. It's good. Here's Pauline's. Ooh, these actually like split right down the middle. Ooh. These are good. You can definitely taste the salt. It's flakier than Nancy's. This is Nancy's. Okay, this one kind of split a lot better. Nancy's. Pauline's. Okay, let me do a side by side. Nancy's, Pauline's. I'd have to say the winner is Pauline's. Sorry, Nancy. Who did you think would win?